You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 37 of season 2 of the Dialed In Show. How you doing, Steven?
I'm good. Busy as ever. How are you?
Good. I'm feeling almost 100% back to normal, but no complaints over here. It's just another, I'm excited. I am and I'm not, but I'm excited because we are heading into my favorite season of the year, which is fall. And
I'm tired of it being hot. So
yeah, I'm excited for even the little things, how you grow up and have different responsibilities. The grass is growing slower, and I'm excited about that
because your yard looks like crap.
No, because it looks good right now, and when it stops growing, then it can stay looking the way that it's supposed to.
What, brown?
Nah, I'm talking about it's not growing. You're not having to keep it up as much.
Okay. I've been using AI way more. I'll admit to that. I've been using AI way more, where there's now not to write papers or anything, but for like Instagram caption ideas or just ChatGPT is like my Google now, but even like AI to do like Instagram reels and things like that. There's been a recent conversation about AI in music and how it can change the industry and will people get paid. Would you care if AI was used by an artist?
No. I think over the next 10, 20 years, there's going to be a separation that existed when the internet came out, separation that existed when cell phones became more popular, whatever the newest technology that is invented. There's going to be a separation between, similar like the haves and the have-nots, but it's going to be a separation between those who use it and those who don't. And I think over time, because it's not going anywhere, over time, those who use it will be at an advantage and those who don't will be at a disadvantage. So I think we're in a time right now where everybody should be learning how to use it properly and not use it for bad things. Because 15 years from now, if you're not using AI, you're going to get left behind. Some people say AI is going to take our jobs, but I heard something that I think is good. It said, no, AI is not going to take our jobs. Just like internet's not going to take our jobs. Just like a robot's not going to take our jobs. Those who don't use AI will lose their jobs. Those who do will excel. So how it might affect artists, they have to pivot. Just like when we were growing up, now with you, it might have been a little different. I remember, well, you remember too, but I remember CDs. I was about to say you might remember cassettes. I remember them, but I don't.
I'm on the
remember
end of cassettes, yeah.
But I remember CDs. Music artists made a lot of their money off selling tapes, CDs. Then when stuff went digital, they started making less money because they weren't selling them. So they just have to find another way to pivot. That's just life.
So, okay. So does that need to be a different category? Like when it comes to awards and stuff? Like, is that...
Did we put T-Pain in a different category for using...
Some people wanted to. Well, you can't just have an auto-tune category, but there was a debate about, is he actually singing?
But he can actually sing.
That's what's weird. Like, he made his career off of auto-tune, but he can actually sing.
Well, he can actually sing. No, I don't think it should be different. Now, if you're saying the music, the lyrics, and even the vocals are all AI.
But what's wrong? You're saying like I'm artist. I'm the artist, but my voice is AI. I think that's a stretch. Yeah. But what if 50% of the song is AI?
You talking about the lyrics?
Sure. Lyrics.
I don't see anything wrong with it. Half these people who sing these songs we love aren't the people who wrote them. So I don't see what's the difference between you and AI. Well, you can have like little paid versions of it, but what's the difference between you paying AI to write you a song and you paying Babyface to write you a song? AI is going to be far cheaper. Far cheaper. So people now I can see writers being pissed about it.
Oh yeah.
Because now somebody who doesn't have a writing ability could literally type in the AI, I want a song about this that fits this genre, that fits this style, and it gives them a million different options.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think, okay, maybe writers, instead of you sitting down forever trying to have your imagination, whatever gift God gave you, pair that with AI, and it might can streamline the process of you.
Someone may see that as not being authentic.
Here's the thing about AI, and you can attest to this. And here's where people mess up, especially in academic fields or even work, depending on what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where people mess up. AI is not well, some people use it this way, but AI is not meant to be your 100%. Like, no.
Correct.
You use it to just kind of help guide you, give you ideas, and frame what you're trying to do. You
Right,
gotta
like I
put your
said,
own spin on it.
I just type in Instagram caption for this, and it gives you multiple options, and then you still tailor it to how
Right.
you want. I don't ever just. I mean, I've done it maybe once, like just copy and paste the caption that it gave you, and then post it. It allows you to think from a different lens.
Mhm.
Like you might not be creative in that certain area, and so it maybe helps educate you.
Anybody, and you said the perfect word, educate.
Mm.
At this point, if as long as you can read, there is no excuse for somebody who's somewhat illiterate. There's no excuse for somebody who didn't have the best of education or didn't go to the best of school. And what I mean by this is, at this point, no one should be sending an unprofessional email.
Oh yeah.
That should not be happening. You literally can tell, and you can talk to AI just like you talk to a person. You can tell it, and it will give you back something that makes sense and however you want it to sound. And then you put your own little tweaks in it, add Sally name to it, and change out this word. And I just think we're getting to a point now where excuses that people used before they can no longer use because they're literally free tools.
Yeah,
that can help you do
I just
anything.
think there needs to be a line though. Like certain things you should not use AI. Like I think, like I said, it gives you ideas and how to form a statement or something. Like I know someone who like was arguing with someone, and so they put their responses via text through AI.
Oh, I've done that so many times.
Let's see, that's not genius. Like it can give you a different lens of how to say something, but don't just copy and paste the response.
Not completely, but AI over the past year has probably saved a good number of relationships for me. I'm even talking about like church relationships, all kinds of stuff. Because you'll get a text message that'll tick you off, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna put it in ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT how this just made me feel. Give me a way that is calm and respectful and religious to respond back to this person.
Oh, okay.
And then it gives you, and it's like, okay, for real. And I've seen videos of this. I'm not saying that AI should be your therapist, but
people talk to AI.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you,
like that's a bit much.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, AI will comfort your soul if you need it to. It will. And AI not gonna judge you.
Oh my God.
None of that. Now, I'll say this. It wasn't Apple. It was somebody, like one of them came out and said, be careful what you put in ChatGPT and these other things, because there's somebody somewhere that sees this stuff, like, or that could see it. So now,
you saying like if you ask AI how to like dispose of a body or something?
Like don't do that. That's dangerous.
What's a good way to not show any
One more quick story. When I came to Texas for the preaching conference, Logos is a software that for years is a highly esteemed software for not just pastors to use, but primarily that's who uses it. And it's a collection it's basically a library online of just commentaries and books and Bibles and all this other kind of stuff. Well, I'm saying that you've got to pivot and use AI. They have put AI into this Logos software. So a guy came who works for AI, who works for Logos. He came and did a presentation at the conference about it. And he blew everybody's mind. Now, mind you, half of the people here are probably over 50. They're very
Mm-hmm.
traditional, African American preachers, pastors, etc. It blew everybody's mind. Now, he was saying that it's better than Chat GPT or Google AI or whatever because it's only pulling from authorized commentaries and resources like
Mm-hmm.
peer review articles and stuff. Whereas Chat GPT could pull from something that's on Wikipedia, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where I'm going with this. As I'm sitting in here and there's people of all different ages around me, it bothered me. There were 50, 60 something year old pastors, preachers around me. When the guy was doing the presentation, they were so upset about what he was presenting. And I quote, they said, "This takes all the work out of it, of having to sit down and flip through all these books and all this other kind of stuff." But here's my thing. Why are you upset that there's a resource that helps you to do something faster? You've still got to do the work of reading the stuff.
Well, but see, some people don't see that. Like some people see it as like you don't still got to do all the work.
Oh, well, yeah, because and the part that really pissed them off, there's an area in there where you can literally type in what you want your sermon to be about, and it'll just create an outline and give you these different things.
That's crazy.
But you still, and the man who was doing the presenting was trying to get the point across. You still got to put work in, though.
Mm-hmm.
Steven, you could give me a outline of how to go report on a story, but that don't mean I'm gonna do a good job.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so there's still work and practice and all that has to go into it for it to be effective. I am a proponent of AI. All these people who aren't,
I'm for it. You just have to be very careful with how. Like, you should not just copy and paste anything. No. Like I just had to, even doing stuff with Alpha. Like, I had to do a training because I had to write a letter for someone, and they were like, "Don't use ChatGPT." Like, I mean, like Fox, my company, we have Fox GPT. Like, everyone now has their own. Like, it's like they can detect that you just don't copy and paste. Use it to help educate you, and use parts of it, but don't just copy and paste. All right, the Falcons won on Sunday Night Football. I'm so happy. I was so happy watching that game because week one was rough for us. Week one was Koo missed. Koo was benched, and the new kicker was like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5, whatever. Made all his kicks. They interviewed him after the game, and he was with Bijan Robinson, and now I can't remember the other guy's name, but a defensive player and an offensive player. And she was like, "You know your new teammates?" Because the guy got the call the morning before the game that he was going to be the kicker. And he's like, "I know Bijan, I don't know this guy." What do you think the Falcons should have benched Koo?
Clearly, proof is in the pudding, yeah.
Okay, but that was also another indoor game, so it wasn't like wind or something. I mean, the guy he could suck next week, the guy who's replacing him.
I think I still say I don't see anything wrong with it. You didn't do your job, Koo. Mm-hmm. In the easiest of circumstances. We talked about this last week. There was no wind. There was no like they was a million yards away. There was no none of that. So it's like this should have been an easy little soccer kick for you, Koo, and you didn't make it. So hey, and no team has time to lose games because of stuff like that. And I'm not saying that the Falcons are lost only because of Koo.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying.
Because they could have lost in overtime. That was just to go to overtime.
Right. But here's where why we mad at Koo. Koo, your job was to get us the opportunity to try and win. Mm-hmm. And you did not give us that.
Well, speaking of missed kicks, Tennessee's kicker, Georgia won in overtime because Tennessee's kicker missed what people thought was an easy kick. And he missed it. He made a kick in overtime, but of course the Dogs scored a touchdown That was a crazy game. I doubt you saw it, but that was
I just saw highlights.
it was a crazy game. Just one, it was the first big road test for Georgia's new quarterback. Georgia's defense is young and sucks. So they're just going back and forth scoring. And I mean, if anyone questioning Gunnar Stockton, who's the quarterback, he grew up on Saturday in Knoxville. That Georgia game was amazing. It was good. Are you still a
Amazing
Bama fan?
because we won. I got a question. Do you like tense games or do you like blowout games?
Depends on who we're playing. Now, if we're playing a rival, like Tennessee used to be a division game, but rival game. So, no, I don't want the crap to be tense. But I mean, if it's a rival game, you kind of any game you don't want to be on the edge of your seat until the last minute.
But I'm saying some people like games that are back and forth, back and forth.
Well, the funny thing is, so we had a chapter meeting during the time of this game. So two of us are sitting in the meeting watching it on our phones. And so I'm trying not to yell in this meeting. We're in a suit watching Georgia go back and forth with Tennessee. And at the beginning, they were getting their butts kicked. And so I'm like, oh, we're about to lose, whatever. I don't care. So to answer your question, I mean, I want a little excitement. You don't want just unless it's like a rival that you just hate. I don't want to see 45-3. But I also don't want to see 8 overtimes like Georgia Tech last year. I don't want to see that either.
Some people say that like blowouts are boring.
They
even
are.
if your team is the one that's winning. Like
They are. Do you like seeing close games?
Winning. I like seeing you win. Hell,
well,
I don't like
you can
being
still win.
stressed.
You can still win and be close.
But I'm saying I don't like being stressed.
Do you get stressed over games?
If see, here's the thing. If I actually take the time to watch a game, then I care. So yes, but other than that, no. But if I actually take the time out of my day to watch a game, and I'm really about to low key be, and I'm not serious. I really shouldn't even say this because I'm not serious.
Then don't say it.
It's not that deep, but just people take stuff too serious. What I was about to say was I'm low key about to be depressed because baseball season is almost over. I have never gone to so many baseball games in my life.
You have, and you went on a year that we suck. We're not going to the playoffs. I was saying to someone, I was like, they're doing all this winning now for what? We're not going to the playoffs. We suck. It sucks. But they've been winning so much now. I've been
so enjoying going to these games, and but even though we're gonna go to one right before my birthday, I said, you know what? I'm gonna start going to football games. But when I saw the prices of the tickets and stuff, I said, no, I'm not.
Well, no. See, no. Let's be transparent. You can go to you can go to every Falcons game that you want.
Listen,
you don't
even
want
the up high seats.
You don't want to sit in certain places.
Even the up high seats, still compared to baseball.
Baseball tickets are the cheapest tickets in any professional sport.
Well, I can't wait till baseball season starts next year. Starts over again because the basketball and the football costs too much. I might try
because it's fewer games.
Yeah, I think it's baseball, then basketball, then football. Yeah,
as far as cost, and depending on your team sucks, but you could go to every home Falcons game this season if you wanted to. You could afford that.
If I absolutely
you don't want to sit in certain places,
and that's big difference with Jesus. Maybe
we're not sitting with Jesus before your birthday.
I know. So what and I could not afford that every other week.
Oh, I got what you're saying. No. I don't think all of their game tickets are that like that. I don't think so.
Well, I just know I'm sad baseball's coming to an end. And this probably was the one I went to on Sunday. It's probably my last one unless I try and go.
It's first time missing the playoffs since I forgot the year. And it's first time missing playoffs in a while. Yeah. There's always the next year. Look, and then we're talking, where am I?
State of Georgia colors. All of our colors got red in it.
You can't keep going back and forth. Dude, either you're a Georgia fan or not.
No, I'm talking about all Georgia stuff except for Georgia Tech. But I'm talking about Georgia Bulldogs. I'm talking about
all
Hawks.
The Georgia teams. every single Georgia team won Saturday this weekend. Every single, like Braves, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Atlanta Dream won playoff game. Like every single, like the HBCU, Clark Atlanta won on ESPN. I watched the game. Every single Georgia team won this week, which is cool.
Mayor Dickens was excited. You know, he went to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I mean that was a big game, and I don't like Dabo, so I was happy they beat Clemson. I don't like Clemson at all. I don't like their coach at all.
Isn't his last name Sweeney?
Dabo Swinney. He played for Alabama.
Oh, well, we all
Long ago. Like people thought he was going to replace Nick Saban when Nick Saban left.
Mm.
Okay, the game, and how is this game cheaper? The Washington Commanders game next Sunday. Upper Deck is 114.
As in like this upcoming Sunday or the one after?
The one after.
That's still more than, once you add parking, that's double what I paid to go to Braves game.
We need to pay parking for the concert.
Like this past week, Braves game, my ticket was $20-something. And it wasn't
because it's baseball. It also, you have to remember, they aren't good. So when people know they're not going to the playoffs, they don't care. I guarantee you it wasn't a packed game either, was it?
Nah. And it was in the middle of the day. This was the first game I went to this season during the day. I normally go at night. And I have no desire really to go during the day again. It was hot. I ain't like that.
You wouldn't be able to afford it. But if they went to the playoffs, the games are cooler because it's in October. But you got to worry about that this year.
Yeah.
All right. You sound sad. All right. We're still talking about sports. I have been since day one. I'm pro NIL. I'm pro paying athletes. Should there be some regulations? Sure. But this is also opening the door to allow teams that aren't historically good in sports like football to be good in football. So the University of Kansas, and I know some of this, they tried to build a program from when I lived in Kansas City, but they're really, really trying to be good in football. They are a basketball school. One of their richest alumni last month announced that he was giving $300 million to the university. Now, some of this to help, but they're renovating their stadium and all that stuff. But basically, it's creating a war chest of NIL money, so they can be like, "Hey, come play for Kansas."
Yeah,
and I mean, players that are focused on I'm gonna get money now because I'm probably not gonna be in NFL. That can be something to attract someone to a school that's not known for football.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's and here's why I don't. I think that the whole, and we've moved past this, but I think the whole you getting a free education is BS. Because y'all are making so much money off of these student athletes that the $150,000 so-called education, if that much, that they're getting, you're making way more than that off of their gifts and talents. So
correct.
I don't see an issue with it. As you said, the majority of them aren't going to go pro. And so I think that for a lot more of these young men, and I guess women too, who have a gift or a talent, this can give them an opportunity to springboard into their career of just ended up being a not that this is anything bad at all, but what I'm saying is end up just becoming a principal or a dentist or something. Just think if you end up becoming a teacher, but in college you made $1 million. Like that just sets you up in a completely different, if you're responsible with it. So I don't see a problem with it. I think it's great.
I would not be responsible with it. So
you say they wouldn't be responsible with it?
I would.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not gonna blow $1 million, but I'm gonna spend 500,000 of it.
Oh, and it's listen, y'all. I've never had $1 million in my hands, but it's very easy to spend money.
Yeah,
it's very easy to spend money. So I think now when we talk about regulations and stuff like that, I wouldn't have an issue with. But then there's always going to be fraud. There's always going to be theft. There's always going to be bad people. So even with what I'm about to say, there's somebody will find a way to be bad. But I could see, and I think I've said this before, if let's just use the number $1 million again. I could see if there was a rule where 50% of the money that they give them has to be invested or something like that. They can't touch it for a
Yeah.
certain period of time. For
Yeah.
example, maybe say you've got to graduate in order to touch 50% of this money,
Well,
or
everybody don't graduate.
say
But,
you can't touch it till you're 30. And if God forbid you die between now and 30, your family gets the money. Like just something that gives them time to mature.
yeah.
But I mean, there's 30, 40, 50-year-olds who would blow.
I mean, there's a few NBA and some other league players whose mothers, like the only money that they play with, live off of, is their endorsement money, and their salary is saved for later. I mean,
Yeah.
Allen Iverson, I believe, had money that his mom made put in his contract that he couldn't touch until, I'm just saying, at age like 30 or 35 or something, or 40. I forgot what it was, but. So yeah, I mean there are instances where that happens. But there needs to be some type of regulations, but I still am always supportive of players getting paid because, like you said, they're making hand over foot way more. This is new news that I just added this morning. So we are taping on Tuesday. This post on Wednesday. Former Republican Lieutenant Governor of Georgia, Jeff Duncan, who has switched to be a Democrat, just announced he's running for governor of Georgia as a Democrat. Could that, I mean, he has name recognition by Republicans. And if there are some moderate Republicans who aren't voting for, who's running on the Republican side?
Burt Jones and
I'm saying he's the what? What's his
the
title?
lieutenant governor right now is running.
Okay. I mean, he could pull some moderate Republicans to the Democrat side. Do you think that's a threat to? I don't know the dynamics there. I mean, the only name I know is Keisha Lance Bottoms, but I don't know. Is she the Democrat front runner right now?
It's kind of hard to say. She yes and no. I think she was the hopeful. But now on the Democrat side, it looks like the doggone, was it 2016? The
I heard it's a
doggone,
lot of people.
it's like it looks like the doggone 2016 Republican.
Okay,
side.
but is there a lot of legitimate candidates or is it just a lot of candidates? That's a big difference.
With him now in it, it's a solid 3 or 4 legitimate ones. You got him, who's now former. I'll run to you like this: he's former lieutenant governor. Keisha Lance Bottoms, former Atlanta mayor. Michael Thurman's former DeKalb County CEO.
I forgot about him.
Who he's the only, or how can I word this? He's the only black person aside from Raphael Warnock who has, or he's the last or only whatever, who's won a statewide election. He used to be labor commissioner years ago. And he's, and I mean, I'm not gonna get in trouble saying this. He said it in a way. He's cool with Brian Kemp, the current governor. They are both from Athens and they went to school together. So
Okay, well, Brian Kemp ain't endorsing him.
no,
So
but what I'm saying all of that to say that there's strong belief that Michael Thurman has support amongst the more conservative white demographic in Georgia. He spent the last year on a book tour that was really a listening tour. He was really traveling across all the counties in Georgia. And then there's a state senator that's running who he's not going to win, but he's somewhat formidable. And then there's other people. So, I mean, I don't know. In times like this, I hate when so many people run because you're doing nothing but splitting the vote. And everybody's egos get involved. It's like, why can't all y'all just sit in a room together and say, okay, you're going to be the one to run? Because
that's not how politics works.
Yeah. So to me, we'll see what happens. I'm being careful with what I say because
okay. All right. Lastly, I put this in here because I thought it was I don't know. The entire U.S. Constitution will be on display in D.C. for the first time ever. The Constitution in its entirety will be displayed for the first time in history starting this week. It will be available for viewing through October 1st. Of course, I'm sure it's going to be in a casing and protected, but do you think? I mean, like I said, I don't think nothing is going to happen. But
I don't know why you don't think it would.
If y'all have never displayed the whole thing before, what?
We are about to lose the original Constitution. I'll just go ahead and tell you that now.
My thing is, if it's never been displayed in its entirety before, was there a reason why? Why y'all doing this now?
I think the reason is because you can't replace it. So if something happens to it.
So why is it being shown in full display now?
Because the president is Trump.
You don't know if he made that call.
Either that or it's something in it that we ain't never seen before. And now all of a sudden they like, you know what? We're going to stop hiding this. Hiding this and show everybody the original document. But
if it's never been on full display before, why is it on full display now? Is my question.
He's got to be okay with it. If he wasn't,
I'm sure he's okay with it, but I don't know if he is the one who said do it. Now I gotta look it up. But I don't know, but when I read that, it made me nervous. I don't know why though.
I bet something's gonna happen to it.
Why are you saying that? Why do you think something will happen to it? It's gonna be guarded, it's gonna be protected, full display. I'm saying it's gonna be in a casing. It's not like you'll be able to hold it.
Yeah. I hear you.
You think it's gonna be gone, huh? Okay, let me read more. The entire U.S. Constitution will be on display at the National Archives Museum in Washington, D.C. for 2 weeks. The public can view this special display in the Rotunda starting Tuesday, September 16th through Wednesday, October 1st. The original 4-page Constitution, along with the Bill of Rights, are always available for public viewing at the National Archives. However, this 2-week display will also include all 27 constitutional amendments and the rarely displayed 5th page of the Constitution signed by George Washington. It will mark Constitution Day on September 27th and join in celebration of the United States being 250 years old. So there's never all the amendments have never been displayed.
Yeah, we've never seen George Washington's signature.
I guess so.
Trump probably
Micah thinks it's going to get stolen.
Like, I want to add my signature to it. That's not anything that's not beneath him. I can see him saying something like that. Like, you know what? Let me come and sign it with my big Sharpie. Let me come and sign
it.
The
paper would break.
Yeah, and all that scribbling he'd be doing, yeah, it would.
Hey, it looks consistent, though. I'm just shocked it looks the same every time he does it.
He counts 1 mountain, 2 mountain, 3 mountain, 4 mountain.
Just like how people were saying, oh, put Trump on Mount Rushmore. Even if that was something that was a unifying thing, it's so structurally not safe to do it. It would destroy the whole thing. They were saying there's so many fracture points in it that you would not be able to make an addition to Mount Rushmore. All right. Well, let's hope the Constitution isn't stolen or damaged. We'll see you same time, same place next week.
Bye, y'all.